Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. Another month, another batch of Harry Potter news, and as it turns out, there's actually been quite a lot happening, from Hogwarts Legacy to the HBO show to original cast members. Last month we covered a bunch of things, including the controversial casting decision for Severus Snape, where HBO announced that Papa Sidhu would be taking on the role, and let's just say the fandom had some opinions. Around the same time, we also became aware of the fresh face attached to the titular role of Dumbledore, where HBO announced that John Lithgow would be taking on the role. But since then, we've had even more casting decisions and even more announcements on the show. So let's get stuck into it. Hagrid. The first update for the day is that the role of Hagrid is getting closer to being confirmed by HBO. And if things work out the way they've been looking, then I've clearly been on top of my divination lessons, because I predicted this one 2 years ago in my video, recasting Harry Potter for HBO Max, Philosopher's Stone. Here's the clip. Hagrid. Hogwarts Keeper of Keys and Grounds Rubeus Hagrid is a beloved character from the Harry Potter series, a half-giant with a heart of gold and a deep love for all creatures great and small. With the recent passing of Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid over the course of the Harry Potter films, it brings a somber element to Hagrid's recasting. One thing to hold on to, however, is that I imagine Robbie Coltrane himself would be supportive of Hagrid's legacy being continued. Another potential candidate for Hagrid could be Nick Frost, British actor, writer and comedian who's perhaps best known for his work with director Edgar Wright and actor Simon Pegg. He's a warm actor with a good sense of comedic timing and a big heart. But one of the detractors for me is that he doesn't appear to have quite the same calm demeanor as Coltrane, often coming across as a bit manic. Nick Frost is not confirmed as of yet, but if the other rumours were anything to go by, then he'll probably end up in the role. And I've got to say, I don't have any complaints about this one at all, besides maybe the voice. At a panel at Awesome Con, which was moderated by Screen Rant's Joe Deckelmeyer, Frost addressed the rumours, stating that while he would be thrilled to be considered for the role, he is in no way, shape or form confirmed. HBO declined to comment, citing their usual, as we make our way through pre-production, we will only confirm details as we finalise deals, but even though HBO's kept quiet, speculation about Nick Frost's potential casting as Hagrid has been heating up online, especially on Reddit. It was there that fans began dissecting a cryptic Instagram post Frost shared on March 20th. It's happening. It's actually happening. Adding fuel to the fire, some fans also noticed that Frost recently followed several cast members from the upcoming Harry Potter reboot, including John Lithgow and Papa Sidhu. Sounds promising to me. For those unfamiliar with Frost, he's developed a career around his strong comedic performances, but also due to his kindness and infectious enthusiasm, two traits that will align perfectly with the character of Hagrid. And honestly, if the studio is leaning toward Frost, it signals that they're thinking with their hearts as well as their heads. This isn't just about finding someone who looks the part, it's about capturing the soul of Hagrid, a man who can be both intimidating and comforting, clumsy yet competent, funny yet deeply wise. 2 thumbs up from me. Hogwarts Legacy. The Hogwarts Legacy news is a little all over the place. First they claimed there wouldn't be any DLC, then it seemed like there was. Next it sounded as if a sequel was in development, and the next moment it sounded as though we were getting DLC instead of a sequel. Then it seemed like we were getting both. So where are we at now? As of last week, Warner Bros. Discovery Inc. cancelled the planned expansion for Hogwarts Legacy as part of an ongoing restructuring at the entertainment company's video game unit. The expansion, which would have added new storylines to the original game, had been planned for release this year alongside a definitive edition with all of the content. This definitive edition promised to add 10 to 15 hours of fresh content, including a range of new additions, including a main questline, secondary missions, cosmetics, and other activities. However, it sounds like they're now just focusing all of their efforts into a sequel. One thing is for certain, they're working on the game in some capacity, and I can say this with certainty because of the first game's incredible success. Warner Bros. Have also remained consistent in their stance that the sequel is a huge priority. Obviously, a successor to Hogwarts Legacy is one of the biggest priorities. Now the question is, when will this game actually come out? My honest opinion, it's going to be a long wait, guys. The old cast. Now, I'll start by mentioning that we can say goodbye to the idea of Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint returning to the franchise. And honestly, even though I love them in the original films, I'm not sure I'd want them to. Let's keep the old version away from the new version and let them operate as separate entities entirely. That said, MuggleNet recently reported that a lesser-known red-headed Harry Potter alum is in deep, serious talks about reprising their role in the new TV series, who apparently could not be more perfect. Ellie Darcy Alden is best known for her role as young Lily Evans, Harry's mother, in Snape's pensive memories in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Ellie was barely a preteen when she portrayed the younger version of the woman whose love saved her son. But now, at 25 years old, she is in the perfect position to play Lily Potter, the grown-up, married version of the character she previously portrayed. The internet seems to agree, as just about every casting post on social mentions that Ellie would be the perfect Lily Potter. The timing for this does seem perfect, and with her experience in the franchise, and as a massive fan of the books, she seems to be an impeccable fit. The name's Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore. In an interesting turn of events, Pierce Brosnan, best known for his iconic turn as James Bond, recently shared that he would have happily joined the Harry Potter franchise had the opportunity come his way. While promoting his upcoming TV series Mobland in an interview with The Telegraph, Brosnan revealed that there's one role in the Wizarding world he would have loved to play: Albus Dumbledore. As it turns out, the first Dumbledore, who was portrayed by Richard Harris, is actually an uncle to the actor's adopted children, and it's this family connection that has led to jokes about his Dumbledore years as his hair greys. I've always had my eyes on Dumbledore, as my hair has gotten greyer, and the maturity of my life is now upon my visage and shoulders. It's a joke with my family, the Dumbledore thing, that I'll go into my Dumbledore years. I don't want to go there, particularly right now, but if I was asked to play the part, I probably would say yes. Strangely, though I never really even considered him for the role, I think he'd probably do quite a good job. He's a versatile actor, he's clearly interested in the part, and he perfectly fits the bill for Dumbledore physically. The only question is, will his interest in the role stir the pot and potentially oust Lithgow? Probably not, but you never know. And that about wraps up today's video. What do you think of these announcements? Are you happy with Nick Frost as Hagrid? Is young Lily the best option for adult Lily? And even though John Lithgow has been confirmed as Dumbledore, how do you think Pierce Brosnan would do? Let me know down in the comment section below. Until next time, remember, it does not do to dwell on dreams and to forget to live.